Hello friends, in this video I am going to talk about internet hygiene for children. I am Dr. Radhika Kedkar. I am a psychiatrist, psychotherapist. I also practice as a child psychiatrist in Maharashtra. Friends, as we all know, internet has become this indispensable part of our lives. It is there as a source of information, it is there as a source of entertainment, it is there as a source of communication for both adults as well as children. So we see that in this nowadays children from a very young age have an easy access to things like a mobile phone or things like high-speed internet and everything available that is there on the internet. So it is an important topic to be discussed that do we really need to teach our children that how do they use the internet. So because it is very important to know about risks involved. If a child is using internet and that too in an unsupervised manner, it can be harmful sometimes, and what are the risks involved is very important to know. So how do we go about it? Let's talk about it in the next part of the video. Now children usually use internet as a source of information. Most officially, we can say, unofficially we really don't know, but officially children say that they want internet for their information, for some project, for some school work. So information or using it like a library, like an encyclopedia is a very common use that children do with internet. And maybe to stay in touch with friends, or maybe to stay in touch with the current events that are going on in the world. So usually these are the common uses that children make. They are maybe at times on social platforms like Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat. Snapchat is quite famous, I think, nowadays. So usually the experience that they get on the internet using all these apps, it is very gratifying because there are so many likes that they get. Sometimes they get comments, sometimes they get some emojis, as there is a lot of stimulation on it, and that's what makes it a little addictive at times. So now the catch over here is that most of the parents teach children about how to cross a road maybe, or they always teach children that you're not supposed to talk to a stranger, you're not supposed to open the door if somebody arrives at your doorstep, and you're not supposed to give important information about where you live or what do you do or what your parents do, or even on the telephone, how do you talk and how do you talk with strangers. So usually parents are careful of teaching their children all these things, and they usually supervise children when they are playing outside, or they are watching TV shows maybe. They are always having their eye on children, but is that the case when children are using internet? That is what today's question is. And how do we exactly monitor, or how do we exactly teach our children how to behave on internet? So that is our today's topic, and we'll discuss about it in the next part of the video. So basically parents cannot assume that the child is safe or is protected by maybe the regulations that are provided by these apps that they are using, because most of the chat rooms or most of the places on internet, most of the apps on the internet, they are sometimes completely unsupervised, and most times they are anonymous in nature. Meaning that the screen name that they are displaying, or the screen name that is seen, sometimes it is not the correct screen name, it is not the actual screen name, and the child will also not know if they are talking actually with a child, or it can be even a child predator who is pretending to be a child. So that is the nature of internet nowadays, that is the nature of these apps, because the anonymity, there is so much anonymity, identity is completely undisclosed, and anybody can fake to be somebody else. And children, as we all know, that they are not that mature sometimes to judge these things. So also the info about who is visiting your child in these chat rooms, or who your child is exactly chatting with, or who your child is exactly in contact with, this is sometimes unsupervised by parents, and this unfortunately can have very serious consequences. If a child is revealing some personal information For example, phone numbers or personal phone numbers or address to someone, or even if he is agreeing to meet someone in person. This has happened so many times that maybe there is some person with not a right intention, and he is persuading your child to meet him in person, and your child actually agrees to that. So that is something very dangerous for the child, and that can have very serious consequences. So along with all these things, along with personal space, other risks that are involved with internet use is that we all know that internet is nowadays a place where there is so much hate, there is so much violent content. Sometimes there is pornography, so there is a lot of content on internet which is not supposed to be seen by children. So exposure to all these things, exposure to unnecessary advertisement. I remember as a child when I used to see an advertisement, I remember saying it to my father that these advertisements are actually doing us a favor by telling us about what things are available in the market. So I clearly remember that. You can imagine what maturity we have as children, and you really don't know the intention behind such advertisement or such propaganda. And you should be really careful if your child is to be subjected to all this or not. Also, other risks involved is that sometimes there are these contests, and sometimes there are these spam messages inviting you to collect a prize or to collect some gift item, and if you give out a personal information. And there are many such scams which are there. That can be one risk. And there are sometimes in the form of photos, personal information is extracted in the form of photos, or being bullied on social media. This is a big thing that happens all the time nowadays. There is bullying happening, and there is cyberbullying happening all the time. And while all these things are happening, there is definitely time lost in all this process, and there is an opportunity lost for your child to actually develop social skills in real life by excessive use of internet. So all these are the side effects of using too much internet and using unsupervised internet. So what can parents do to handle the situation in a better way? So I'm going to tell you few tips about what you can do as parents to make internet use a safe thing for your children. Point number 1, limit the amount of time your child spends online. Your child spends surfing on the net, and there have to be some ground rules about computer use, about mobile phone use, about internet use. Then secondly, teach your children that never to give out any personal information, any personal identity on the internet to any individual who they do not know, or to a website or any message. They are not supposed to give any personal information. Thirdly, teach your child that never to agree to meet someone. That if they are having some kind of an interaction, they are having some kind of a chat, and in that if an unknown person requests to meet up, you are never supposed to do that. Tell your child that. Then avoid sharing with your child any of your personal major information like passwords or credit card numbers, in which any accidental orders can be placed, or a child out of his curiosity can try things out. So avoid sharing your passwords with your child. That is another thing. Then one more thing is that remind your child that not everything that they are seeing or everything that is shown on the screen, it is not true. You're not supposed to believe everything whatever you're seeing. That is a very important point that you're supposed to teach your child. Then teach your child that screen names, talking to screen names or in a chat room is the same as talking to strangers. As you don't, walking on the road, you do not reveal information to strangers. The same way, you're not supposed to talk to these people as if they are your friends. You have to treat them as strangers. Then one more thing that you can do is make use of parental control features. There are many apps, there are many facilities available nowadays which provide child control, so you can make use of that. Also, it is important to tell your child to maintain a decorum or use a good language or use courtesy while talking to people. And the same way that we teach our child how to talk to people in person, the same way you have to teach your child how to behave with people online, because there is a lot of bullying happening online we see, and your child should not be bullied, and at the same time he should not be bullying anyone. He should not be using bad language to anyone on an online platform. So you got to talk about these things. You got to tell your child that you're not supposed to do this, you are not supposed to indulge in this. Then also you have to insist the child follows all computers, not only at home, but even if they are going outside, they are going at a friend's place or using a library in school, they are supposed to follow these rules there also. Also, one more thing is that parents can participate with children in whatever activities they are doing online. Parents can participate with children so that it is more fun, and also they are able to keep a watch on them that what exactly is happening. So these are some precautions that should be taken as parents. You should take care of all these things to teach your child about how he is supposed to use the internet. And there is one more doubt that people have, that what should be the ideal age for introduction of social media, or when a child is supposed to open a social media account. So some experts say that age 13 is fine. Some say that no, 13 is too early, 16 is fine. But then in my opinion, I think 18 should be the age. I would not allow my child to open a social media account before the age of 18, because as we all know, all adult activities are allowed after the age of 18, and this also requires a lot of maturity, requires a lot of understanding, and that also should be given after the age of 18. That is what is my opinion. Also put in the comment section if you all have suggestions about how you all deal with your kids regarding internet, and what all guidelines do you use. Feel free to comment in the comment box. And I hope this video has been of some use to you. Also, you can share this video if you like to your friends or relatives. And thank you for watching. Thank you for giving your time. Thank you for watching.